Big night tonight. What does this event mean to you on your calendar?
Big night, celebrating Nelson Mandela, 100 years of him, and we've always celebrated the day he passed here, December 5th, and this year we have a couple days, and just wanted to show it as you've seen all over the world. I think people are celebrating it, and I wanted to bring a special couple days to remember him, and not only that, not to forget him and the impact he has had on my life and many others, and maybe even more youth as they continue to grow.
I think you said last night you're going to have 800 people and 80 tables or something. Would you have ever imagined this would have grown to the level that it has?
Never, but I think it says more about him, and I think how the impact he makes on people. So people hear his name, you hear his words, you hear his history, you hear everything that he did and what he stood for. I think it's very telling, and I really appreciate the NBA, the coverage, and the dedication to do this for this man, because I think he was worth it and more.
What has gone on sort of behind the scenes in terms of the NBA or maybe ESPN's kind of willingness to participate or help the event grow?
Well, we just wanted to make it a special day, and for the event, the gala, I think there are great partnerships, obviously, with our owners, Bell, Tangerine, Nike, everybody that's participated in this. MLSC has been a huge support, and Larry Tannenbaum and George Cope. But the NBA, Adam Silver, has been really supportive. The Players Association, Michelle, has been really supportive. It's really like awesome to see the players. So there are many things. You see the game, to have that game on national TV. I think it says something and emphasize Mandela.
Have the young players with ties to Africa being part of it and being able to tell their stories and be part of the NBA as well?
It's awesome to have, especially in the game on Wednesday, to have Pascal, Serge, OG, depending on the day he wakes up, whether he's British or American or Nigerian. It depends on what sweatshirt he has on that day, but Embiid, I think these are, and they're making impact in the NBA, which is really cool to see. I think their personalities are showing, and I do commend the work that they do. People don't talk about it as much, but they also do work around the continent and encourage youth to follow, like how they have come to, and I think that goes a long way. So it's great to have good momentum like that.
For the team in general, I mean, you guys haven't had a ton of national coverage over the years, at least probably not as much as you guys believe that you deserve. Having an all-day featured coverage on ESPN tomorrow, is that a big step for you guys as a franchise organization?
Well, it's what people talk about. For me, we have to build a brand that is worth talking about. That's the first. We can't just complain and complain. And I think these guys are worth it. Like they're playing, they're showing, and as long as it's that, we don't want to make noise with no substance. And I think. If we look at over the last few years, like I think, I feel that we should get on national TV, and I don't know, we have more this year, and I hope that we continue, but that it starts with with the team and how well we do.
Are you looking forward to this stretch of the schedule? I mean, a lot of tough teams. Philly's maybe as hot as any team in the league right now. You haven't had a ton of adversity, this group. So what are you hoping to see in the next week or 10 days?
It's an 82-game season, and that's the one thing with the NBA. Every team is going to go through, like tough times, and your schedule will get rough at some stages. But these guys are always up for it. I think it was Larry Bird that said it, that it's 41 home games and 41 road games, and as long as it's the same number, we're all going to play the same at a certain time. And I think these guys are up for it. Whoever we play, this is the NBA, and any night you can get beat. So I think they're up for it.
Is your team as good as you thought it would be, or better? Or?
They're doing well, and as I said, it's an 82-game season, and you just continue to play and grind. And I think we prepare well. I think the players prepare well. They've been focused, and so does Nick. So when you prepare well, you feel good about results, and I believe hopefully it continues to grow for us.
Danny Green was saying on his last podcast that he'd love to get involved in NBA Africa and go in the summer and get camps started. What's that process like for you? Are players constantly reaching out, trying to get involved?
Yeah, the NBA is trying to have me tame it down a little bit, like there's been so many, it's amazing, how many players have come and how many players have participated and how many players do things on the continent, how many people are interested. And now, to be honest, Africa is in my mind, is no more about charity. Is investing in the continent, and giving youth opportunity. So we encourage it, and encourage smart people like Danny and the players. They know that this continent is growing, and it's no more. I don't think it's as much of asking, for help. It's more encouraging to come and invest on a great continent that's ever rising and ever growing.
Where do you see basketball in Africa, and not just in terms of players, but in terms of investment? Like, it seems like there's an opportunity there in a lot of different ways.
Well, the commissioner talked about a PanAfrican League last year, and I think that's going to be in motion. I think FIBA are talking about it. People are, we've had good meetings about this and getting strong people involved. And I think for me, the challenge on the continent is people see Africa as one country, and it's not. There's 54 countries, and with 54 different laws and regulations, rules, and borders, and that's the challenge for us. And once that challenge, I think, is met and we can have some sort of league, I think it's going to blow up, because you can see that there is talent there. There's, honestly, it's a gold mine, and it's just the challenges of infrastructure and coaching and leagues and structure. But in terms of physical talent, I'm confident to say there are 10 Imbids walking around. There's 10 whoever is walking around in Africa, and it's really interesting that there are people that have gone through their lives that have that athletic ability that didn't even touch a basketball, but they have that gift, but they never had the courts, they never had the opportunity. So that's why it's a gold mine, and people are beginning to realize it now, and it'll become, I think, more prominent when we have a league.
What sort of reception do you notice for someone like Pascal or Embiid when they go back now? What do you notice in the summers about the reception or the reputation of those players there now?
I think I was on a phone call with Scott O'Neill the other day, and he said it goes back to play, it'd be like Muhammad Ali or something, you know. It's why you like the rise of these players with Pascal and Serge and OG and these guys, because with this day and age of social media, and you can watch highlights on your phone. It's funny, when I do my camps, back in the day, as soon as camp breaks, you know, like guys were hungry and couldn't wait to go to the cafeteria. And now, as soon as camp is broken, they go straight to their phones, and that's the first thing they go to. And I feel in this day of social media, you know, like everybody knows them.